Welcome to The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. Here's what happened this week. On Monday, April 29th, the Budget and Policy Committee heard the 2025 budget kickoff presentation from the Department of Finance. The city is looking at 2023's spending and revenues and what's expected this year to make projections for 2025. Retail sales, consumer confidence, Denver's labor force, and sales tax underperformed in 2023. Sales tax has seen little or negative growth since mid-2023. Vehicle tax, investment income, and property tax all saw growth. The city gets more than half of its revenue from sales tax and about 10% from property tax. At this point, the city's revenue projection is expecting less than 1% growth from this year. Denver is required by the city charter to have a balanced budget. To reach the balance would require a 5% reduction in the budget.
We are running all the scenarios. These are a little bit dated. I will tell you that I think we are closer to the pessimistic number right now, but we'll rerun those numbers and share them with you. In fact, I will offer to you that maybe I come back in July to give you an update on what our experience is to provide you additional insight. I want to say on camera that this is an unofficial projection. The further out you go, the less accurate it is. But we wanted to make sure that we always do this from a planning perspective.
All agencies in the city and county will have their base budgets ready by May 17th. We'll present them to the mayor in August. The mayor must present his proposed budget to the city council on or before September 15th. On Tuesday, April 30th, the Land Use Committee heard a briefing from Denver Water on their plan for future water use throughout the metro area. Officials are working to address challenges from a quickly growing population and climate change. Denver has seen a large increase in the average number of 90-degree days starting around the year 2000. Denver Water gets 50% of its water supply from the Colorado River. Drought has continued into its third decade, and if it continues, could lead to cutbacks in the amount of water states can use. Colorado shares water from the river with 6 other states. Denver Water is planning for an uncertain future. Currently, efforts are being focused on conservation and efficiency. Despite a 10% increase in population, water use has seen a 20% decrease.
This chart shows you per capita use and this really amazing downward slope since the early 1990s. But it's this sustained downward trend in per person use that is just amazing.
Also this week, on Tuesday, April 29th, the Land Use Committee sent to the full City Council a map amendment to rezone all single-unit properties in the Sunnyside, Sloan's Lake, and Berkeley neighborhoods to allow for ADUs. On Monday, April 29th, City Council passed a bill that gives the Auditor's Office the power to subpoena records in wage theft investigations. You can find links to City Council meetings, schedules, agendas, events, and news at denvergov.org/citycouncil. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on Denver 8 or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for Denver news, events, and information.